awards for the student essay contest, and relevant to our earlier discussion of Rebecca's influence on NYSSMR, this was one of the aspects of NYSSMR's activities that she cherished the most and pushed the hardest to get started, as we heard earlier, and keep going. I've been involved with this now for 10 years, and I've really enjoyed it as well. And Rebecca's enthusiasm wore on me very, very quickly. So I now share her enthusiasm for the value of this activity we do. So probably most of you know, but I'll just summarize briefly. The essay contest is for high school students in Michigan. And the contest is part of our educational program. It's not all of our program, but it's a significant part of our educational outreach program. And the idea of this is, as you know, to promote awareness of the benefits, ethics, and methods of biomedical research, and increase awareness and interest in science. The essays are judged on originality, creativity, which includes a creative title, by the way, command of the English language, and evidence that an extra effort was made to learn about biomedical research and why animals are used. And so we've gotten, over the years, I've seen an awful lot of these essays, and we've gotten some extremely interesting, creative essays over that time. But we've also had some really, and I should say not but, we've also had some really exceptional students participate in the essay contest. We know this in part because, as you'll see in the book about the essay contest, the lists of previous essay contest winners are there, and at least some of us who've been around for a while can remember previous winners. And fortunately, because some of our teachers who participated in this, who helped their students participate in it, are members of NYSSMR. We can hear like Jackie Prince, for example. We all know Jackie she came able to go through the book just earlier, saying, well, I know where this person is and that person is, and so forth. And I think it's really, really a testimony to the value of this activity and the ability of our judges to select talent, that so many of our students who won this award have gone on to be either biomedical researchers or physicians or both. And so again, I'm not going to read the names of all the judges. All of you know who you are out there who helped us judge these essays. Thank you very much, and congratulations on doing a fantastic job. But what we're here for now is to present the awards for this year's winners. And what I would like to do is start with, we have an essay contest winner, and as always this year it was extraordinarily difficult to pick a winner out of the top entrants. There were so many very, very interesting, well-written, creative essays that were sent to us to evaluate. The top 10 were all great. The top 5 were fantastic. And to pick one, the one best, is always extremely difficult. So just to recognize that we had a lot of excellent entries this year, as always. I want to start with presenting one of the honorable mention entries. There were 5 honorable mentions, and fortunately we have one of the winners here with us today to receive her award. And just to remind you, the honorable mention winners get a certificate and a $50 award. And so I want to start with recognizing then our honorable mention awardee, and that is Morgan Picard. She's from Kennewood Hills High School, and her essay title was Mice, Rabbits, Monkeys, and Lifesavers. Morgan? And just to stress Morgan out a little bit, now that she's standing here, I just would point out that I was talking earlier about previous essay contest winners, and I think Morgan fits the bill really nicely as an awardee. It turns out that these students are not just smart. I mean, it goes without saying that they're smart and capable. They wouldn't be up here winning an award. But always they have other activities that they excel at. And I'm not going to embarrass each of the winners with recitations of what they do, but trust me, it seems like every student every year they have other activities they do that they that they excel. So they're very well-rounded people, not just brains. And so I do want to, again, recognize Morgan. I would also point out, supporting her here today, are her grandparents. Thank you very much for coming. Her mother, Lisa, we really appreciate your coming and helping us recognize Morgan's achievements. So Morgan, congratulations. And of course, we have to mention the Morgan's teacher, who claims almost full credit.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. But, Jackie Prince, I think everybody, most of us here know Jackie well. She's had many students in the past. And again, Jackie, thank you so much for being a supporter of MSMER and getting your students involved. I mean, there's a number of students in the state, a number of teachers in the state that are considered and big supporters. Jackie's certainly one. She also brings a nice historical perspective. Well, a few years historical. Okay, so now let me present the first place winner. Again, I would say that it's interesting that, and perhaps not surprising, that our winners seem to come from, the general high schools over the years. There were 4 or 5 high schools that seem to largely, where our winners largely come from, and this is not the exception. It's not an exception this year. The winner this year is Green Hills School, and the winner is Emily Wu. Her essay title, It Was All Started by a Mouse. So Emily, if we could have you come up to accept your award, please. I would like for you to remind everyone too that the essays are actually in the booklet. I really encourage you, if not now, certainly not now while we're talking, but later to take a look at these essays and read them. Some really creative and interesting insights that they provide. So please do take the opportunity to look at that. And so we've asked Emily to say a few words about what herself and what got her interested in this topic, and anything else really she'd like to say to the group. So I'm going to let Emily now speak to us.
Ever since I was young, science has always fascinated me. While my peers in elementary school gravitated towards books like Nancy Drew novels or Peanuts comics, I was a weird kid who actually liked books about science. When I was in 3rd grade, I brought home a book about polio and immediately read it front to cover. By the time I had finished, I had somehow managed to convince myself that I had some of the symptoms of polio. I think I drove my poor mother insane for a couple of days after that incident. Even now, my love for science has prospered. I actually plan on going to medical school and becoming a neurologist in the future, so this is a very exciting opportunity for me. In fact, it was my love for science that inspired me to write the essay that has brought me here today. I have always believed that animals are an integral part of scientific research, and without them, the medical world would not be as amazingly advanced as it is today. In conclusion, I would like to thank my wonderful biology teacher, Ms. Julie Smith, for furthering my passion for science, as well as my beloved parents, Jim and Jane, for always supporting me. I would also like to thank MSMER for selecting my essay for first place. Thank you so much.
God, they're good. By the way, Jackie, I forgot, I should really apologize. We're the next, so I'll pass it to you later. Yes, your certificate of recognition.